Hi, welcome back to Fresh Faces New Ideas. If you like the content that I produce or you're more interested in following more of my content, please like and subscribe. That'll keep you up to date with all the new stuff that I put up. And follow me on Twitter at Faces Ideas. Now, this video, we're going to talk about the legislation that just passed out of committee in the Senate. So, what it was an anti-Asian hate crime bill. And what it does is it enhances the Justice Department's ability to look into these cases. We're going to go directly into this bill, what it does, and then there was 6 Republicans who voted against it. Now, there was 2 people who didn't vote. I don't know if they weren't there or what it was, but it was a 92-6 vote. There's, as far as I can find, I can't get a reason for why the other 2 weren't there. So let's take a look at it now. Okay, so this is the bill. The Senate voted 92-6 to advance a bill Wednesday that would address the surge of hate crimes against Asian Americans. The bill, which would assign a Justice Department official to expedite reviews of potential COVID-19 related hate crimes and establish an online database, initially received pushback from some Republicans as ineffective. So ultimately, they decided for it. Mitch McConnell stood out and said, my wife is Asian American. I'm for this. And ultimately, they came to the agreement, look, we'll push this through as long as you allow us to put some amendments onto it. So that's what they did. So this is what it says is in the bill. It defines a COVID-19 hate crime as a violent crime that is motivated by 2 things. 1, the actual or perceived characteristics, race, of a person. And 2, the actual or perceived relationship to the spread of COVID of any person because of that characteristics. So what that means is if you attack somebody and be like, fuck you, you caused the China virus, that's obviously a hate crime. Or they're like, we've seen an increase in this. So once again, the statistic is that although such crimes decreased by 720 in 2020, hate crimes generally decreased by 7%. Targeting Asian people, it rose by 150%. Okay, so let's talk about the 6 people who voted against it. 6 Tom Cotton, Ted Cruz, Josh Hawley, Roger Marshall, Rand Paul, and Tommy Tuberville. So 3 of these aren't surprised. Tom Cotton, Ted Cruz, Josh Hawley, and Rand Paul are not a surprise. Rand Paul pretty much votes against anything. At this point, all he is there to do is shut down the government over spending bills and argue with Dr. Fauci. That's about all Rand Paul is there to do. Tom Cotton, Ted Cruz, and Josh Hawley, they're all vying to be the next nominee if Trump doesn't run. So they have to, get out in front of this and keep this idea that it's just a China virus and that's the reason for it. That's why I think it's Josh Hawley has voted against every single one of Biden's nominees. Tommy Tuberville, this is not really a surprise that he voted against it. So their argument is basically, this was pushed through too fast and we didn't get to talk to the Justice Department. I don't think this needs something that the Justice Department needs to weigh in on. It's literally just, look, we see the numbers. We're putting somebody in charge to look at it faster to deal with these things because there's a good likelihood in a year or so as the pandemic kind of winds down that some of these, that this will drop and this will just be a blip. But these people still committed these crimes and they have to pay for it. So I don't even think this would take that many resources based on what it looks like because it only says to expedite potential views. Let's see if this is where it says. Designate a points person. So it would be like a smaller department inside the Justice Department. Look, we've watched the Justice Department go after some people for just nothing. We know Martin Luther King, Black Panthers. They went after BLM, but they've ignored other people who, have actually caused true real violence, like a lot of the white supremacist stuff, because Republicans complained about it. So let's wrap this up. Look, it's a good bill. Just it's a stupid thing to have your name against. It's the same thing as those same 4 Republicans who voted against an anti-lynching bill. It was 3 Republicans and Justin Amash, who was pretty much a Republican. So yeah, I have nothing wrong with this bill. It's a good bill. hate crimes are bad. Everyone can agree hate crimes are bad. If you can't agree hate crimes are bad, you're probably committing hate crimes. So there's that. Asian people are not the cause of the coronavirus. We don't have all the data of how it started. It doesn't appear to be enough data to prove that it came from a lab, but it's simple as that. Look, there's no reason to have voted against this. It's just you hate people. It's all fake outrage the rest of the time. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter at Faces Ideas, and I will see you in the next one.